What is up, you beautiful people? Stone here, and today we are in Planet Zoo. Oh no, I knew it. What the wise Myers on the sign? This one has this one. This is like the spooky time one. This is the Halloween themed one. Campaign scenario, and it has something to do with Myers. And the beginning headline says, "Give us pumpkin to talk about." What is? Why is it so spooky, and why is it about Myers? I'm gonna need. Oh, is this a whole castle? Oh, now that's pretty cool. That other campaign. Oh, the zoom ins and outs too is getting crazy with this one. What about the animals though? There's a whole bunch of places I see to buy stuff, but no animals? No zoo actual thingies? Whoa, we got a whole letter? What is this? What? She's not voice acted anymore? What's up with that, Nancy? Well, hello there. How exciting to be working together again. Emma told me how you took down Dominic Myers. Good for you. He deserved his comeuppance. Although, if it had been up to me, I'd have made sure to knock him into the warthog muck heap first. Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say, and I've not been idle since he fired me, you know. I've started setting up some sanctuaries of my own. The one we're visiting today used to belong to Myers. It's a bit of a state, but between us, I'm sure we can clean the place up and round up any of the animals that are loose. And I'll tell you what, we'll have a nice cup of tea and a Welsh cake when we're done. That sounds like a nice plan. Wait, so there's just a whole bunch of animals that are out on the prowl? And is things live, or are we paused right now? It's hard to know because I don't see nothing. Hello? It looks like there are some animals out. We got some foxes. Oh, they're in boxes. The foxes are in boxes, so no need to worry with those ones. What about, yeah, they're both just sitting right here. And there's so many things wrong with the zoo. And I guess I could just check the date to see if we're moving. Wait, since when can I check the time of day? What the heckers? That is cool. You learn something every time you play a game. Dang. Anytime you do, if you do something, you should learn something from it every day. That is a very astute observation there. Me, wow, way to be that guy. But what are we doing with the trophies? Show message. Oh, I could just pop up her little letter there again. We just got a letter. Oh, we already did get a letter, so I should have been singing that beforehand. So we got to capture all the animals, escaped animals. Hire 4 staff. We have 2. Have at least 1 burrow in the zoo. Do foxes need burrows? Because that would get that out of there really quick. Have at least 3 different habitat species in the zoo. We already have 1, so that's almost basically done. Have at least 5 Egyptian fruit bats in the zoo. We can get those. Well, how do we work with Egyptian fruit bats? What is that? I want some bats. Have at least 350 guests in the zoo. Okay, where are we gonna put the bats though? Is that what this thing is for? I think this is a bat cage. Oh. Can this please be? Why can't the bats just fly out? Or when somebody knocks these in, they just never leave? This doesn't really seem like a good place. If this were me, I would have it be a hallway where there was like at least 2 or 3 of these that you'd have to walk through first, and then you would get to the bat place. So the bats, in case they got like out of one, people could tell other people, or there could be cameras that could trip and be like, hey, there's bats in here, go collect some and make some better. So do we just put the foxes here? I don't even know. This place is so weirdly set up and so artistic and colorful. I don't know where to put things. Also, is it going to be nighttime this whole time? So many questions. I'll get all my answers if I just let the game play out. This looks like a nice spot for a place to put some things too. Spooky time is also making me brain. Spooky. Okay, so I don't know how I just got that because all I did was get like 2 more raccoons and put them into my place. Oh, also, why do you have a picture of a bear right there? What's going on here? I'll read this in a sec, but yeah. I got 2, and unless one got sick like immediately and counted as it going in my zoo, they just should be sitting in quarantine, so I don't know what's going on. Also, pause, wait a second, hold up. What we got going on right here? Hey, did I not? I thought I paused it. I can still move this around. I gotta make sure. We got foxes and timberwolves. Are my foxes and timberwolves are moving? Yeah, they're moving. Pause this. Stop it, you little fox down there. It might be really hard for you to see, but he's sitting right there, little fella. Great work so far. The zoo looks much improved. We're well on the way to making this a dream sanctuary for every animal who calls it home. Speaking of which, we need a home for a bear. The Himalayan brown bear, Ursus arctos isabellinus, to be precise, is a subspecies of the brown bear, a very endangered subspecies, sadly. This particular bear was rescued from the trust fund 20-something with more money than sense and out-of-date permits. The news has caused a stir. There's even a reporter here. While I handle that, you find a home for the bear and continue with improvements to the zoo. And yes, I did lie about the Welsh cake. Sorry about that. What? You could always try to make it up for me. You don't have to be a liar about the Welsh cake. So what's going on with the zoo right now is it's a bit of a disaster. So in order to get into the zoo, they come up here, then they have to walk all the way down this mountain, and then we get down here. Like, I don't know how or why they do it, but we got some bats going on here. We needed 5 of them, like you heard earlier. Oh, there are people in here. This is the first time we've seen people in here. Oh, and there's one mid-flight. Wait, there we go. There you are. I know I could probably do this a lot better if I did something like this. Yes, he's a swooping. I love the swooping nature. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, look at this. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love this picture. Oh, man. I just... One second. I think this might be the thumbnail. I just got to get him in the right way looking at me. Looking so cute. Okay, now that that cuteness is out of the way, we got these. So the bats are in here in this exhibit. Then you come down here, you hook a left, and the foxes are right here. You can also maybe look at them from over here. I wanted to build them more where I found them, and it seemed like this was a really good little area already cut out, no trees. Over here, though, there were so many trees. I had to get rid of some of them so we could see the wolves. Plus, with this place I made, how big, I can make it bigger. I've had to make this bigger like 3 times now, but getting rid of all the trees saves with space. Like this thing says it's at, what is this at? It says there's 16,000 square feet in here, but no, there's not. There's only like walkable like 13,000. So, and the wolves, that's just about where the wolves like it. So here I have the little, like, there's an eatery area, picnic stuff. They can go here. Actually, I don't have any vendors, but that's okay. There's no people down here doing the business, canoodling down here anyway. And we got the raccoons. I think I want to put the raccoons maybe closer to the bats. Maybe someplace here. Maybe in betwixt here. I don't want to make them too far away from my setup over here, though, because then I'll have to make a whole nother setup. And I don't want to put them in these spots, because this is where I guess... So the main creatures of the game right now are wombats, skunks, foxes, raccoons, and something else. I think if I go into my research, it'll kind of tell me, oh, we actually had research on the bat. And, no, foxes. Yeah, foxes, wombats, raccoons, skunks, and bats. And then if you look here, this is where he has his fake wombats. We heard that he had fake animals at one point. I guess this was the spot. Here he has a bunch of fake foxes. And then over here, he has fake raccoons. But I don't want to put them in these spots because, no. Oh, that's actually pretty cool looking. What the eyeballs? Yeah, because, I don't know. Maybe I should clean these up. There's also just a lot of stinkiness coming out of them. There's like special effect things. I think these are the special effect things. I just don't want people to see my cages and be like, oh, that's all sorts of stinky and dank. So what's the next couple things we got to do? She said something about a bear? Adopt and place a Himalayan brown bear. I thought we rescued one. We have to adopt one ourselves? Or is it in here? No, that's another zoo. Oh, no. It's a little baby. No freaking way. That's cool. Getting babbies? Okay, so babby. Research Himalayan brown bear level 4. Have at least 7 different habitat species. Wow, they're making us go up there. So we got raccoons and bears. We still haven't made a spot for, but they'll go in. And then that'll make us 4, and then we need 3 more. And then have at least 4 different exhibit species. Wow, it's been a long time since the game's been like, hey, get some exhibit species. And then that's a lot of guests compared to what we have now. That's like quadruple almost. Increase guest average happiness to 40%. It's at 55. Am I reading that right? Have at least 1,100 guests in the zoo. Yeah, that's literally redundancy. What the frick is going on right there? Have at least 4 habitat cameras in the zoo. Habitat cameras now? We probably want to put those in the dens. Those are probably for marketing, I think. Yeah, and their cages are touching. So yeah, where am I going to put the raccoons? I think over there, but maybe I'll have to remake one of these spots over here. Maybe I'll put them in here someplace, but I have to destroy a lot of stuff, and I don't know about this one. What even is the square footage on this? I turned these off because originally I was just going to keep them and just say fooey, but we don't have too much space unless I start like venturing off into the wilds. It's happened again, the same thing with the raccoons. As soon as I got the bison and the pronghorn, they're not even in the zoo, but they're in the zoo, I guess. So we got the second star. Nice. So what's she saying now? Saying? The sanctuary is looking brilliant, and the place is really starting to fill up. Our guests are just as happy as the animals. I haven't seen this many smiling faces since I was last at Goodwin House. We're heading into the final phase of the zoo now, but I'm afraid we have trouble brewing. Remember the rich kid we rescued the bear from? Oh, I don't know. I didn't remember that. I know we rescued a bear, but I didn't know it was that kid. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Freaking rich kids and baby bears. Why do they think? Freaking that's the parents' fault too. Turns out she's a bigger deal than we thought. There are more reporters and lots of new guests at the gates, all wanting to see this famous animal. While I deal with all that, I need you to make sure zoo security is up to scratch, and that all our new guests have a wonderful visit. The only thing I want brewing around here is my next cup of tea. That's a good pun. I love that. I love the way you put that. That was pretty creative, pretty great. Oh, there is a bison in the cage. They're delivering my bisons. They're going right here. Something else is going right here. I don't know what, but I'm also putting my pronghorn in here because I learned in the other campaign scenario I did that they get an interspecies bonus. Plus, it's a good workaround. This is congested. There's so many freaking people in my zoo now. Okay, let's just start from the beginning, and I'll show you what I've worked on. But first, just look at all this. Look at all these people. Wait, let me hit play for a second. Look at all this. This is just crazy to see from the distance. Just a lot of like people ants running around my zoo. Also pause because things might go crazy. Okay, he's ready to, or she's ready to reach. She got a bit of a hurting on the way in. See, our pronghorn is still in quarantine. I guess they changed it all of a sudden. How that rule works, but yeah, we got the foxes over here. They're breeding like crazy. They have so many toys. I didn't know this, but there's like a bubbler machine. Can I see this working? A bubbles! I love that. And we got baby foxes. They're sleeping above ground, even though I have this burrow here. I don't know why they're not going in the burrow. They got plenty of room. I checked recently. I got the timber wolves here. And then if you keep going this way, this is like a little eatery area. There's a whole bunch of business going on. I got this road I made going this way, this road to help with congestion, because things are just like, for the longest time at one point, there were just people here just not moving. So I had to make this path up there because everybody was just going through the bat exhibit, whether they like bats or not, I guess. Nobody walks here. Nobody. Not a single soul. I don't know why. I put chairs here and freaking they still won't enjoy it. So yeah, we're coming down. We went to there around this spot here. This makes sense because this is a spooky spot, and this exhibit is just ugly right now. Good thing we're not staying here forever though, right? But I did put some raccoons in here. They like some water. I didn't know raccoons needed water space. I don't think I've seen raccoons swim, but I didn't know they had to swim. We got little baby raccoons. Yes, and he's playing with the water. They're all over. I can't get rid of those foxes. I just wanted this. I just wanted to use this for something, I guess, after all. And then this one, I just put the water treatment center here because they got sick by accident. I forgot I needed a water treatment for that. And then it also works out with the bison too. And then over here in this, what is supposed to be the raccoons, I put an aardvark, but I don't see her. I think she's down schmear. And I found out you can actually view. There she is. Nicely done there, lady. I like it. It looks like she's coming out. And then here is the man of the hour. Also, we got a whole bunch of exhibit species. We got, this is just a bathroom. This is crazy. I love it. You got snakes, and snakes. All sorts of snakes because they have good appeal. And then this is the Himalayan brown bear. He's got some chimes. He's got this. I made the snow in the shape of a heart, kind of. It was kind of like a happy accident. I was just putting snow down, and I was like, wait a second. I'm just going to trim this up a little bit, and there we go. Big old white heart. The loves. We loves in it. Okay, so what do we have to do now, though? She said up security. Things were going to happen. 12 species, so that means 5 more habitats, potentially. But that's weird, because this whole time, I haven't had a lot of animals to select from. I know there's probably enough, but I don't know. A lot of this stuff is just animals I've had before. I can't wait to get to a point in this campaign where I'm doing like other things. I feel like it's a lot of the same stuff. I mean, this one's obviously different because raccoons and foxes, but I still have wolves, bison, a bear. I think I've had the Himalayan bear before. I think it's been a while though since we were in India. But what's the rest of this stuff? We also got this one already with the guest. Average happiness is 60. It's at 37. Need to work on that. We have 5,000 zoo guests in the park, and they only want us. They're making us. They're like, hey, you need at least a little under 2,000. Meanwhile, what the frick? Way over double that. Keep crime occurrences below 8. It's at 10. I just need more security. I've been putting security around because for some reason my ATMs keep getting broken. I don't know if it's the thing with the scenario, but I'm thinking so. Power everything in the zoo with every time. Okay, I guess. Breed 6 new Himalayan bears. You need to get breeding, buddy. I need to get you something. Are you a lady? I think you're a lady. You're a beautiful lady, Kelly. I need to get you a boyfriend. Now build a suspended gondola transport ride. That will be amazing if we can put it towards the front of the zoo. Oh, that would. I think I need to do that first just to get things cycling better. And then increase education rating to 2 stars. It's at 1. I've been trying. There's a thing right here. Is this on though? That is on. I did put most of the parts of the park some education stuffs, but not on everything. I don't think it's on the raccoons. Yeah, I don't think it's on the raccoons or the bison. Yeah, I still need to work on that. So yeah, a lot of stuff we got to work on. This place is getting pretty lovely, pretty spooky though. And yeah, I can't wait to see what this gondola is going to look like. It's going to look great. All the way up here, and then we got to find a spot to put it down here though, because I've kind of been using a lot of my real estate. I also need 5 more animals. And this maybe could house 2 more, but then where am I putting the other 3? Am I going to go over this way with it to make people come down this loopity-loop? I think so. I think I'm going to build out this way. It's the only feasible direction without making a lot of weirdness happen, because it's already like kind of right here, right here. Let's get it. Finally! My mic's on. Oh, let's freaking go. Thank you. Hallelujah. I've been waiting for like an hour and a half to get the last thing I needed to do done, and that was to make everybody happy. Frick, making everybody happy is a hard job. All I had to basically do was put a bunch of drinks everywhere, and I was waiting, and I was researching to buy better freaking merchandise, because when I put the balloons down finally, everybody's like, I love me a balloon. So I was like, frick, buy all the balloons you want. Get a memento, get the other things. Give me it all so I can give it to you, please. Cracking work. It's great to see you haven't lost your touch. Guest satisfaction is at an all-time high. Yeah, at like, what, 60? Uh, and the authentic habitats make the animals feel right at home. They'll be demanding armchairs and coffee tables next. Just wait and see. What, the animals? You'll be glad to know I managed to have a chat with Tiffany, the rich kid who caused that trouble over her Himalayan brown bear. She seems to really love animals, but clearly doesn't know how to actually care for them. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that she's open to learning. To get her permit updated, she has to shadow one of our keepers to learn proper animal welfare. Anyway, never mind all that. Things are looking great, but there's always more to be getting on with. Chop, chop. Let's just stay in the zoo so I can show you all of what I've done from this view. Everything looks kind of crazy. We also have it paused because it just makes the game run smoother. And Kelly, the bear that she had, that we adopted as a little baby, the one of the quests we had was to give birth to 6 Himalayan brown bears, and she did that within 2 births. She had triplets twice. Kelly is the best mother in the world. I loves me, Kelly. So what we got going up here is I got the gondola. Everywhere is crowded. Also, everywhere has security, every inch, and freaking trash cans everywhere, because people were even making stuff bad up all the way up here. So if I do it from a sky distance, this is what you can see going on. It's a weird spaghetti noodle thing that I don't really like, just because of how much it stands out. It's just because it's so elevated and you can only go down at like an 8-inch increment per section. Maybe now that I think about it, if I made the section smaller, I could have gone down faster. I need to try that next time. I definitely learned a lot in this one, especially about gondolas and freaking where to put the entrances and exits. I thought I already knew that from other places, but I think in the other scenarios, they already had them set up. I just needed to like connect them back together, so I never actually had to place them all from scratch. But let's do like I said before. So from the entrance, we go down. I had to have a whole staff area here because I'm hoping that it worked this way, but I have So things down here and everything up here as one area. So hopefully the sweepers, the caretakers would always just walk back and forth. That's the way I think it works. And then to alleviate some of the thirst, I put a slushy stand right there because I was researching the drink options. So we got me some more drink options. And then I had to redo everything with renewable energy, so we did that. Then you come down here, and there's 3 freaking drink spots, and they're all full. And then there's actually another one right here. We got the Gemsbucks over here. I think you guys saw the Gemsbuck before. I think the only things that we got that are new is this whole section over here, which I called Skunk Suburbs. Which, yeah, it is crowded over here also. We put some eats right there. We got some skunkarinos. We gave them bubbles too. Look at the skunky. You nice. They really shy though. Oh, do you not care about seeing people over there? I guess not. I just made this and I just put up wood and then made it into the one-sided, and then everything was good with the skunks. The bears though over here, the Formosan bears? What do you call? Formosan? Someone tell me. I don't know. But I had to make this wall really high because the lady would just climb up here and then be like, oh no, I can see people. And I was just yelling at her, like, get down. Because she did it like 3 times. And then finally I was like, okay, I'll just raise this up. And she hasn't cared since. And they had babies, and then I just recently had to get rid of them. So they're all good in there now. And then I had bongos. Bongos are really easy to take care of. I like these guys. They never complain. I give them their stuff. I set it up once. And everything's great. The only thing I really had to come back and do was give them another hard shelter. So I like me some bongos. They also look really cool. I think these are one of my favorite like herding animals, grazers. Gemsbuck are cool too. And then we got the bison over here. They're all good. We got in the one. We had to get a new guy because our last guy passed. But what's this guy again? The pronghorn. Lucas, the pronghorn. We got more thirsty spots over here. And then within this area, there's a whole bunch of thirsty spots, information things. There's 2 drink spots near the fox. There's a balloon spot. And the one thing I did, because you could just click a person, and then you could be like, oh, he's thirsty and he needs a toilet. But there's a toilet right here. There's 2 thirsts here. They won't do it, probably because the lines are too full or the bathroom's nasty and hasn't been cleaned. But one thing I realized is you come down here, and I feel like the comments they give you are a lot more important than these statistics right here, because I totally forgot about merchandise until some lady was like, when I clicked on her on that side of the park, she's like, I wish there was stuff that I could like buy to have fun with, or something like that. Something along the lines of that. She didn't directly say she wanted a balloon, but she said, I think she just said, I wish there was merchandise to buy or something. And I was like, oh snap, I'm putting 1 down. I actually put 2 down. Probably could have gone with some more. But yeah, you come this way, everything's so congested. I left all the flowers on the ground too, and all the stuffs, because why not? Oh yeah, the foxes are over here. They're doing great. They're trying to inbreed, but no. And they got lots of toys. And then we got the wolves over here. Everything's nice. I think actually one of the things that I kind of like cheated a little bit on was everybody's saying it's too hot because it is 102 degrees out here, like all year round for some reason. I did end up putting some coolers around where there are big like spots for people, or where I knew a lot of people would be waiting, like around this area and over here where I showed you where all my drinks are, and I think one other spot, but I forget. But yeah, that could have been it too. And then I had to make more ways to come around because the congestion in this map. That's another thing I learned. If in a scenario there is like tiny paths, I'm immediately deleting everything and putting down wider paths, because there's just people would just run. There was no traffic. It was literally just stuck. And the gondolas helped for that too, but it's always full, and this is always full down here and not up top, and I don't know why. I think it's maybe because this section is shorter than this section. If I really wanted to make this perfect, I probably should have looked at the 2 sides. There is a statistic that shows you that too in there, which is nice. And then, yeah, when you come around here, there's the raccoons. Very nice. Didn't really do anything with these ladies. I think that's all that's left in there is ladies. I got me 2 aardvarks now. We only had 1. She left, and then I decided to, instead of just getting 1 more, I got 2 more, so we wouldn't have to deal with that again of having to buy. Because the only thing that bothers me about that is when your animals all pass away in your thing. It also happened to my raccoons, is that all the education stuff just shuts off, and then you have to turn it back on. It's not that big, but it's a little inconvenience I just didn't want to deal with. And then over here is Kelly herself. Are you Kelly, or are you her boyfriend? No, you are Kelly, the best animal in the world, the best animal in the zoo. Oh, I love you. I want to give you a kiss on your snoot. Oh, you're so precious. You're so precious. And I love the way they sit. Like, these guys will just sit. There's her boyfriend. I don't know what he's doing around here prowling. He looks a little angry about something. But yeah, this is the zoo. I don't know if I left out anybody. I'm sorry, but yeah, this has been a great experience. This has taken me all day though. I didn't think it would take that long. The quests by themselves seemed easy enough, but just the layout of this was literally a nightmare. Spooky spot was a nightmare. Would you believe it? I don't know. Also, this is probably going to be my last part for Planet Zoo for like a week and a half because these episodes just take so long and I need to bulk record videos to get them out for when I'm over vacation. So yeah, it's not going to be, hopefully not going to, it's going to go away like that, hopefully, like in a snap. But yeah, this is what we got right now. And then I'll just play it so you can see what it all looks like when it's going. I turn these up to 20 miles an hour just so they go faster. I don't know if that's a bad thing or it's a thing. I did that because sometimes there's like an increment when I had it at 15 where there was like one going as one was coming in, which you think would be nice, but I already want one in, so they're already coming out because that's like I think the weirdest thing that's coded about this. They take so long to get off and then they just run to get on. It's so weird. It's so weird, but there it is. A different angler dangler. There we are. Everything's great. Oh no, someone died. One of my wolves died. Dad? What kind of Dade? Something like that. Something like that. But yeah, this game is so fun. This is so great. I'm a little bit sad that I'm not going to be able to play this for another week and a half, but hey, I can't be sad about going on vacation, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys have a great week while I'm gone. I don't know why I'm saying that like I'm doing that. I don't know. I'm just going through some formalities. And I don't know if I said this already, but at any point you enjoyed this video, please go down there and below the video, do all that shout out stuff. The like, the comment, the subscribe, the bell. I would muchly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. You're the best. Helps me out a lot, immensely. So I'm just going to leave it off right here. I do hope you enjoyed. I know I sure did. And if you did, remember these 3 things. You're beautiful. I appreciate you, and have a great one. Bye-bye.